channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So in today's lesson, I'm going to teach you what everybody knows as break and retest. Okay, so at the end of this video, you should be able to identify market structure, identify the previous, support or resistance in any case, and in the next video, which will be the part 2, I'm going to do the bearish, aspect of this. I'm going to use the bullish side for the example, and by the end of this video, you should be able to spot the break and retest point where you take trade from. Okay, so it's very basic. I'm going to go into it slowly so that you can understand basic, simple, strategy. Everybody use it. Yes, a lot of people use it, and it's very profitable. That's one of my major strategy that I combine with other things that I do. Okay, so please consider to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'll be doing trade breakdown, I do weekend analysis, and I put out content like this, and I'm also documenting my journey on YouTube, okay, on this very channel. So please follow me and subscribe, like and comment, and let's engage and learn together. So okay, right now let me make this my screen a bit wider. Okay, so right now I'll take you to this blackboard where I can actually draw. I like to do some practical stuff with you first. Okay, let me just take all these things out. Okay, good. So now, first of all, I want to show you how market structure look like for those who don't have an idea. You're probably a beginner, and by the way, I have a beginner course coming out very soon. It will be all free on YouTube here for you to engage. But if you know you are an intermediate and you are curious about what market structure is, and you want to understand what break and retest really is in the market, okay, so at this point, let me not talk too much. Let's go straight into it. So we want to see a market that is bullish. In this case, a market that is creating higher highs like this, okay, and it's moving. All right, so this is a bullish market. Okay, why is it a bullish market? Because it's creating higher highs and higher lows, which means it's taking out all the previous resistance. Okay, as this market keeps moving up, it keeps taking out all these other structures. All right, and these are the higher lows. So characteristic of a higher highs is higher low. This is a higher low. Okay, so what is a bullish market? A bullish market is a market that's creating higher highs and higher lows, period. You don't need to make it any complex or anything of such. Okay, so now that we've established what market structure is, okay, now that we've established that, let's then go ahead and point out the main important thing here now, which is your ability to spot the resistance area where the market broke out from. Then we want to look for a pullback. That pullback now, we want it to pull back into the area where it broke out from. Now, for example, okay, let me do another one that will have more structure. Okay, I guess that was too big. So we have something like this. Okay. All right. Good. So right now we have this structure that is moving to the upside with a lot of momentum, so much impulsive move. Okay, so what I mean by impulsive move is the main move of the market, the impulsive move. So something like that. Sorry, that was my internet messing up. Okay, so this is an impulsive, this correction, impulsive correction, impulsive correction, impulsive correction, impulsive. Okay, so is that good? Are we okay? Please engage me in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Tell me how you're learning your market structure. Tell me how you're learning your break and retest. Tell me what journey you are. Tell me what you're doing currently. Have you blown an account? Have you funded an account? Are you losing challenges? Come on, let's talk now. This channel is for documentation where we can be ourselves. There's a lot of scam and fake things going on in the forex market. But if you find a few guys who are real, I just appreciate them. Okay, so now we understand that this market is clearly in a bullish trend because it's taking out all the previous resistance and making it what support. The resistance, resistance, and which of the move is taking them out? The impulsive move, of course. The impulsive move, of course. In this case, which is this, 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 and this. Okay. So having said that, having established that point, now what we want to do is that how do we then identify these zones? How do we mark them out? In fact, what causes that place to, what causes that level now to be a resistance? Now, it's not a resistance that can turn the market around. It's not a resistance that can cause a full trend reversal. So it's what I call passive selling. You understand? So some people call it minor resistance. You understand? Part of least resistance. Okay. So in this case, this spot now, this impulsive move happened, but it was unable to climb more than this, and then we had what? A correction. This correction will be as a result of maybe profit taking and some sellers stepping in to push the market a bit lower and buyers stepping aside. All the buyers that made money from here stepped aside. Okay, you're getting the psychology behind it now. So all the sellers that made this money, that entered from here, that spotted this move and entered earlier, they made all the money up to this point, and they said, okay guys, it's time to take profit, and they took some of their profit. So as they were taking profit, the market started going down, because remember, it's all about buying and selling. So when you don't have much buying pressure again, the market tends to start to pull back from its rally. So in this case, the market started pulling back. Now have it in mind that there are other buyers who were sitting by the side for this trend to fully establish. Now, having seen that this trend has been established, they waited for this pullback and they want to jump in here, and that created the next impulsive move, taking out this resistance. So this resistance was not a key level where the market can reverse from. Okay, so we want to mark that out. That is our area. Okay, so we want to mark that out. All right, so we want to spot another level. Same thing happened here. We're interested, we want to take that, we want to mark that out also. Same thing happened where here. Okay, same thing happened here. We also want to mark that out, and same thing happened here. We also want to mark that out. So this is how the market will progress until it hit a key level coming from either the monthly or the weekly, where a full trend reversal occur. Where a full trend reversal will be in place, and it goes into the phase of distribution. For those who knows the four phases of the market: the accumulation, the markup, the distribution, and the decline. Okay, so at this level now, at this point, we want to look for buys. So based on the concept of break and retest, if you want to take a buy, you have to wait for this place, for this zone to be retested. What I mean is this: after this market created this impulsive move, corrected, good, you can step in there, but some people want to wait for what happens. Now this was a clear impulsive move. A break and retest trader will want to wait for a pullback into this zone. Want to wait for a pullback into where? Into this previous resistance that was broken. You see, this place will be his focus. Okay, let me use a clear arrow where you can see this clearly. Okay, let me use this one. So we want to wait for a pullback into this zone. Remember, this was the zone that was broken, right? Look at it now. So we want to wait for the market to pull back there, and we'll look for entry there. So one of the importance of waiting for a pullback, a retest, is that I give you a low risk and a high reward. Okay, so imagine you catching this impulsive move from this zone. Think about it. It's a very huge pips to be bagged there. All right, so that's how we progress it. Okay, that's how we progress until we hit a key level where the market will turn from bullish into a bearish market, and same thing goes on. So what I will do is this: I don't want this video to be excessively long, so what I will do a part 2 where I will talk about the bearish and the entry. Okay, so now what is break and retest? Break and retest is when we are waiting for a pullback to retest a previous broken structure. In this case, this is 1, We pulled back. We had an impulsive move that took out this previous resistance. We pulled back into it, okay? And then we had another impulsive, pull back into it. Another impulsive, we pulled back into it. Now, let me bring to your attention that the market will not present a clear situation like this, okay? The market is always imperfect in presenting pictures. It's never presenting a perfect pictures, because you know why? It's all human behavior. Human behavior are never perfect. So every candle will bring its own sometimes. So the realistic thing you see in the market is this. This is the area you want it to pull back to. The market might, okay, this is the zone. Let's say this is the zone, right? Sorry. Okay. Okay, so let me do it what I'm saying. So for example, you have a bullish market like this. Okay. Okay, so my internet is just messing up. Okay, so we have something like this. Took out this high, came back. Okay, in an honest matter, this is what you see. So this is our previous resistance that we're looking at, okay? And this is another previous resistance we are looking at right here, okay, for the market to pull back. This is a clear case. This is what the market will give to you. So if you understand what happened here, the market didn't stop inside of the zone. It came right down. You understand? Creating an impression that this zone was invalidated, but it was not. This is the reality of the market. So some people will say this is a manipulation. Some people will say it's a liquidity grab. Whatever it is, just know that this is the reality of the market. The market will not always stop inside of this zone or stay on top of this previous resistance, okay? So this is the clear case of what you see. And this happens to beginners a lot because they will get confused. Is this market, has this changed direction? Has the trend changed? What is going on? And beginners and amateur will be trapped here because they will start selling thinking the market has broken structure. No, but yeah, it has not. As long as we are still staying above this low, nothing has changed. As long as we are still staying above that, so nothing has changed. So that's the reality of the market. That's the reality of the market. So don't expect a perfect picture. So at this point here now, you could see, you want to see market pulling back into the zone. You understand? It might end up doing something like this. Okay? It might end up doing like this. Come like this. And jacking up again. That is the reality of the market, my guys. So this is just all about break and retest. So you have to be flexible, you have to be open-minded. The market might present any case to you, okay? So it's how you react and how you handle it. So let me take you to a live candle, a chart, so that you see how it's presented, okay? So let me just take all these off and we'll go straight to the chart. Please consider to subscribe, and let's grow together. That's how you support me on this channel. I don't mind. All right, so let's go. Okay, so good. So I have this situation right here, just like what I've pointed out. Okay, so what we have here right now, we have this impulsive move, correction, impulsive, correction, impulsive, correction, impulsive. Clear bullish market, clear, just what we talked about, right? So now, where is our previous resistance? You can spot it, it's right here. Okay, it's right here, and it's right here, and this is the last high. Okay, so now did the market pull back? Yes, it pulled back. Pulled back significantly, okay, where you can see it is obvious. Okay, so we had this pullback and we have this break, and now we're expecting it to pull back. This is what I was saying. The market didn't stay on top, it came below it. People will think that it's already a break of structure, especially with this big bearish candle here. At this retest, some people will start selling, thinking that the market will drop, and it made some money, some good profit. But you see, you can't stay long in that, and especially those that counter traded this move. Okay, you should know when you should get out. But I'm not talking of counter trend today. I'm talking of break and retest. So a perfect example of what I was saying: the market came beneath here, stopping everybody out here. Early buyers, those that saw these green candles and jumped in. Early buyers stopped them out, wicked them out, and then started heading up. Broke this what is it called? The previous resistance. Okay, and it did the same thing. It did the same thing in the sense that this is a key level. We expect it to stay here, but no, rather it came beneath it again. Same thing it did here. So you could see that trading break and retest is very profitable if you understand what you are doing. Okay, if you really understand what you are doing. So please consider subscribing and please support the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. In the next part 2, I'll be doing the bearish version and talking about entry. So please do have a lovely day. I love you guys, and thank you. Bye bye.